Hello, viewers. I have another kit for you. This is the third one in this series. Now, this kit includes a jug, and it's another powder-based makgeolli brewing kit, completely Korean on it. So it doesn't look like it's for tourists. It looks like it's for Koreans, and it was sent to me from Korea directly. So thank you, Wonsock, for sending me this kit and the other two kits that I recently made on previous videos. Okay, so let's take a look at this box. So this is one thing that's different about this kit. It includes a plastic bottle brewing container. Okay, so this is the ONEDAY, the ONEDAY brand of makgeolli kit. Okay, ONEDAY. Once again, it's a 24-hour brewing. This has 10% brown rice. Okay, interesting. On this box, let's take a look at the ingredients here. Okay, this inside this box are actually 4 pouches, 2 of each type. So the ingredients are rice, brown rice, dried yeast, glucoamylase, and fructooligosaccharides. Okay, so interesting. No stevia in this one. The other 2 kits I recently tried had stevia. This does not. Okay. And on this side are some very unique serving suggestions. First suggestion is to add red vinegar when serving. Second suggestion is to add soda and fruit juice. Okay, that's a more normal suggestion. And the third suggestion is to use carrot juice. Maybe I haven't seen everything there is to see, because this is new to me, adding red vinegar or red vinegar makgeolli or carrot makgeolli. Those 2 are new to me, so I have not experienced everything there is to experience. Okay. And the instructions are on the back here. Let's see how this... So one thing that's different with this kit is that there's 2 packets. The rice powder and the yeast and enzymes are in separate packets. Okay, these instructions might be pretty similar. It says use a 2.5 liter container. That's what's included. And we're adding 300 grams of the ONEDAY makgeolli powder and 15 grams of the enzyme powder. Then add 2 liters of lukewarm water, around 25 degrees. So that's another interesting thing. All of these kits have been very warm weather makgeolli kits. Yeah. So step 2 is to stir with a whisk. And step 3 is to keep it between 20 and 25 degrees for 24 hours. And if you keep the lid closed, the gas generated may overflow. The container might overflow due to all the gas generated. So it shows the lid being left ajar there. The lid is loose there. And the 4th step is to store it in the refrigerator after 24 hours. And you can keep it 30 days. So that's similar instructions. It says keep the lid closed, and the alcohol content will increase to 7%. This chart shows that in spring, autumn, or winter, around 20 to 25 degrees, it should take 24 hours, but then In summertime, if it's 27 to 30 degrees Celsius, then it should only take 18 hours. Let's take a look inside. Okay, so here's the included plastic brewing container and the 2 pouches of rice powder, which are otherwise unlabeled. And these are the 2 yeast and enzyme powders that are labeled. Let's see what happens when we try to brew with this. Okay, so here are the 2 packets. The big packet is the rice packet, and the small packet is the yeast and enzyme packet. I'm going to add these to the plastic fermentation jar first before adding the water. The yeast and enzyme packet, it's a little darker in color. I'm adding 2 liters of water. This water is at 25 degrees Celsius, so that's 77 degrees Fahrenheit. And it really almost fills up this container. And it says to mix it with a whisk. The powder is still dry on the sides, on the bottom, so I'm going to use the spatula, wooden spatula, to try to get the powder at the bottom mixed into it. It's sort of clumpy at the top. I'm mixing this more than some of the previous kits I tried. Using the whisk again to try to mix up the clumps at the top. Then I leave the lid loose, and it says to ferment it between 20 and 25 degrees, and that's fine. That's the temperature in the kitchen, so I'll just put it in the cabinet here. And after 11 hours, let's take a look. There is rapid bubbles if you listen closely. They're tiny, rapid bubbles. There's not much room for expansion here. Luckily, it did not spill over. I think it did foam up a bit, though, so touched the lid. And this thing is done after 24 hours. In fact, it says in hotter temperatures, you could be done after 18 hours. So I'm just putting the whole thing in the fridge since it's plastic already. I'm not going to put it in a separate bottle. I'm going to let it cool down, and 1 day later, I'm going to give it a taste. So it did separate in the fridge, and there's still some bubbles on top, but it's not bubbling like before. And I'll tighten the lid and give it a shake, mix it up, and see what it tastes like. So this is malty once again. I'm noticing a pattern with these kits. This one is fairly dry. I guess there's not as much sweetener in this product. There's a tiny amount of bitterness. And there's some powdery texture, some brown bits at the bottom of the bowl after I drink this. At least this is more interesting because it's more dry. I do appreciate that. Let's see how it evolves. Okay, here it is. It's been in the fridge for 3 days now. It did not generate a lot of carbon dioxide in the fridge, so that's interesting. And let's see what it tastes like today. So the smell is good. That's a makgeolli smell. Very natural smelling, even, yeah. Okay, so this has a more natural tartness to it. Yeah, and it's in the middle. It's malty, and there's some sweetness, but it's not overpowering like some of the other kits. Yeah, I think I actually do taste the alcohol. Even though it is fairly watery. By design of these kits, the result is quite watery. That was a lot of water to add to the amount of rice. But the flavor is I like this flavor. It's not too sweet. It does have some kind of aftertaste. That is something unusual about it. And once again, it is malty. But okay, so interesting result there. What I'm going to do, though, I need to compare all of the kits that I've tasted, and give you my overall opinion of what these kits mean. What do they represent? Why do they exist? Why do these kits exist? What are they trying to accomplish? I am going to do that in another video so that this video isn't too long. So be on the lookout for that video. And if you have any opinions about kits or brewing in general, let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you, and I appreciate your help in spreading the word about rustic Asian rice wine. And thank you for watching.